Okay. What's up, y'all? I'm just gonna do this before the game come on. So if you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. But you're gonna see the replay and the title in itself. Loyal to love, lust, or clout. That's what the title is, and that's what we going in on. What's popping? Now, we don't want to talk about this as adults, that sometimes we say we want one thing. What's happening, Ryan? I appreciate you, fam. We say we want one thing as an adult, but we don't want to say what we've been loyal to. Some of us say we want love, but we've been loyal to lust or clout. So let's just break down on what you actually doing, not what you want. Forget what you want. What are you doing? What are you practicing? What is the thing that you actually actively go for? And I'm gonna start backwards in a sense, because we're all taught love first, because love is a non-sexual thing. So when you're younger, you're taught to love. It doesn't even necessarily have to be the opposite sex. You're just taught to love. As you grow older, sex is introduced, and clout is introduced. A hierarchy of such. So what we do it, what we play this out when in real life is we wind up saying which one means the most to us by the people we choose and the reason we choose the people we choose. See, when I was younger, the older guys used to tell me and say, man, if you really want to settle down, get the dog out you. Make sure that's done. Make sure you didn't have you didn't went out on a prowl and you had the type of sex that you wanted. Make sure you got all the girls you wanted. What's up, Mike? Make sure you got that out your system, because if you want love, that's gonna cripple it. Your appetite for lust is gonna cripple it. You know, the my grandmother used to say, man makes the money, money never makes the man. And all the older guys used to say that too, because they teach the girls, make sure you get with a guy who is about something, who is a hardworking guy. I didn't say he had to be an entrepreneur or millionaire, a hardworking guy. But if you don't understand how to actually love the person, don't matter how hard he worked. Doesn't matter how much money he makes, because you don't even know how to connect with him. Hey, Naima, you don't even know how to connect with him. So guess what? Don't matter what you do. You never, until you learn how to care about a person or cater to that person, all that's off the table. So I just laid that down to start to where it's going to really start going. We're adults talking about men and women and the male-female dynamic. And we keep skirting around the issue of what you loyal to, though. See, everybody says they want love. I don't believe you. You need more people. I just don't believe it. You know why? Because when we start asking about what really happened, like what you've been choosing, 9 times out of 10, your choice is lust or clout. See, because we've all had people that actually loved us that we didn't love back because they just wasn't fine enough, right? Or we've all loved people, but just too broke. I can't take you nowhere. You ain't got enough. You ain't bringing enough to the table for me to care about you. But then all of these complaints are about what? Turning back the hands of time and saying, you know what? I want somebody who's down for me. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you don't get to control the person who's down for you and what they bring to the table. We all want this kind of amalgamation of somebody who is in some ways they have the status we want, they have the sex appeal we want, and they actually care about us. But see, here's the problem. The order is what's messed up. If you want somebody's status first, If you want their status, guess what? You don't care about them first. If you want their body, guess what? You don't care about them first. So stop asking for something in the interim. Like if it all goes out left, it goes left. This idea that, you can't be friends with somebody. If you're going to be with somebody in an intimate way and you can't be their friend, you can't talk to them, the only thing that's important is the sex or what you can get from them, then you don't mess with them like that. You really don't like them like that. Now we skipping the reality, and that's really part of the reality. Because guess what? I can tell you right now, there are women that I overlooked. Why? She wasn't as fine as the woman that I just wanted to have sex with. That's something we do. Looking back on it, was it a good decision? No, I've lost a few good women behind that. Not even gonna lie about that. And I've had women who I actually cared about. They tried to come back. Nah. But see, here's the thing. Are you willing to take that L? And a lot of us ain't willing to take that L. Or I learned from my mistakes. A lot of us say we learn from our mistakes. That's what we say. We say I learned from my mistakes. But here's the problem. When people come into your life, you revert right back. Because you're loyal to the lust or the clout. Now, in America, I could guarantee that either in order, you're going to be loyal to lust, then clout, and then love. That's the American way. So once you're loyal to lust, why are you complaining about not having a connection? Lust isn't about a connection. Lust isn't about having your back. Lust is about sexual gratification. So if you with somebody because they fine, but they getting on your nerves, what you tripping about? You wanted them because they were sexy. You wanted to have sex with them. You wanted them because you wanted to do that. What's up, Devin? That's what you wanted. You wanted their body. So you were loyal to them. You know why you let them slide with their nonsense? Because you wanted to screw them. That's why you let them slide. Like, man, if I really didn't want to hit it so bad, I wouldn't mess with you. That's the reality. That is the reality. But we don't want to talk about that part because we made bad decisions because we were loyal to lust. How come the person that I lusted after don't love me like the person that loves me? Two different types of people. Love is a different emotion from lust, which is a different emotion from clout. It's whole different intentions. That's why people say don't talk about making love. Because making love is when you're having sex with somebody that you love. We smash it. That's lust. Just a new way to promote lust, period. Now, the same thing happens when people out here chasing clout. I want you. I don't want you, but I want your accomplishments. I want to be able to reap the benefits of your accomplishments. I want to be able to spend the money that's in your bank account. I want to be able to live in a house that you pay for. I want to be able to ride in the car that you drive. I love that. I'm loyal to somebody that can put me in a position that I ain't put myself in. And guess what? When you out here dating, what are you doing? What can you do for me? Can you put me in this position? Are you going to make sure? Are you going to take care of me in this way? Problem number one. Don't ask for somebody to take care of you better than your family took care of you or better than you take care of yourself. You might be asking the wrong thing. But It's an ode to laziness. Not saying if you're with somebody, they shouldn't do stuff for you. They should do stuff for you. But if you wind up saying you're loyal to the clout, guess what? If the car goes away, you go away. If the house goes away, you go away. If the status goes away, you go away. But you want them to be loyal to you. You showed up for stuff, but for some odd reason, you want loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Hotep didn't even tell me he was on. I'm on live now. Hold up for a second. Now, this is part of the issue. If you want clout that bad, when you out here dating, guess what? Guess what? You gotta go. You pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too. Why they not loyal to me? You're not loyal to them. You loyal to the clout. Why they gotta be loyal to you? You loyal to the attention. You loyal to people wanting you because you're with this person, or people wanting you because you're associated with this type of lifestyle that this other person provides. So they got to be loyal to you for that? No, they don't. They don't. They have no reason to be loyal to you for that. None whatsoever. And people want to lie about this and act like, I don't know why this not working out for me. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. It's not working out for this one reason. You're loyal to lust or clout. Now, here's the problem. You don't want to play the game that you're playing. If you're loyal to lust, you got to take the good with the bad. If you're loyal to clout, you got to take the good with the bad. If you're loyal to love, you got to take the good with the bad. Because I can guarantee you, if you're loyal to love, you might not be with the most attractive person. You might not be with a person who has the most stuff and the most status. That goes with the territory. You might actually be completely 10 toes down and in love with somebody that ain't that cute, that ain't that accomplished, that ain't that ambitious. But you rock with them like that. You know that comes with it. You know, part of this, everybody wants to say they want to be married in a relationship. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't mad at you, but as far as practical application, I ain't trying to hear it. Because you can't love a person unless you lust after them. You can't love a person unless they got something that you could get for free. I don't get it. Oh man, Sigma, what's popping? So when we out here, what are we really loyal to? Men and women alike said, man, that girl was good, man. But you know, man, I just want to hit one old girl just one good time. Women, I've heard numerous women, oh, that guy was good, but you know, he ain't have it like the other guy that I like. Really? Okay, well, what you complaining about then? You know, because a lot of times people want to go back. You want to go back to the person, you know, because you learned your lesson. Because a lot of times, let's be honest about life and growth and evolution. You can grow out of the phase. You can grow out of putting lust first or clout first or even love first. You can grow out of that and you want something different. But this is why the title is loyal. Are you loyal to it? Because if you grow out of love and you grow towards more so clout or status, because to a degree, some people are talking, when you talk about marriage, you talk about building, right? Building, legacy. That's when two people decide to chase clout together. Cool. You grew out of love and you grew past that and said, look, we got to do something that's a little bit bigger than quote unquote love. We got to both get this clout, get this paper, get this power, so we can have children that have something. But here's the problem. A lot of us want to chase clout together after we chase lust so long that we got a family. We ain't trying to create a new family with somebody new. People don't want to say that part. People don't want to say the part where you too old to be having kids, or your kids grown and you don't want to have kids no more, and now you want to chase clout and build a legacy, but for a blended family. Come on, man. What's up, Dion? Appreciate you, fam. You know, we don't want to talk about that part because now we're loyal to what? Is it clout? Is it, you know, because we're not loyal to love because there's a teamwork in love. And here's the thing. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. The number one thing we loyal to is lust. Because lust can trump clout. You could chase lust can trump love. Americans are loyal to lust above anything. Anything. Because somebody could be good to you, but you just want to feel the sex with somebody else. Somebody else you're just more attracted to. Somebody could give you every material thing you want. It ain't good enough. You want that feeling of sexual gratification with the person that you lust after. This is what this is about. You know, alpha, beta, bucks, right? That's what that's about. Lust first. Then, you know, relationship second. But we don't want to talk about where our loyalties lie. This is why everybody wants to come back to people. Because I grew out of it. Like, I can say, okay, I grew out of lust. But I can't go back to the people that I screwed over when lust was primary objective number one. See, I can't say, oh, I grew out of lust, now I'm ready to be good to you. I grew out of lust, now I'm ready to build with you. Because they can't trust that. Because as we age, guess what happens? We age. Our looks fade. Man, I appreciate you, Crown City. You know, as we age, our looks fade. Period. You know, so now you got people who are graduating out of lust, not because they're more evolved, but because you got ugly, but because you got fat, but because you're not hitting on as much as you was when you were a little bit more sexier in the dating market. That's how I'm about this clout now. No, you ain't really about clout, because if somebody who fits the bill of what you lusted after when you was all about sex comes at you, you're gonna leave that clout for that lust, because that's what you're loyal to. Now, that's the other thing. Love is very interesting because as we age, as I've aged, as when I talk to people who are older than me, you started off with love, and as you get older, you won't end wanting love. But clout and lust might pervert it as an adult. You chasing clout and you chasing lust might pervert it by the time you actually hit an old age where, you can't have, you're too old to have sex like you used to. And you too old to get the status because you can't work like you used to. Now you want somebody to just care about you. But here's the problem. Look at this change in economy. A lot of people won't be able to retire. A lot of people won't even be able to afford where they live at. People don't take in their parents and grandparents no more. You need to look into society. They got people who've been on property for years who getting swindled. People got reverse mortgages and they going broke. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rod? So even when they're reverting back to love, guess what's killing them? The world. Because somebody is chasing clout at their expense. Somebody is chasing lust at their expense. This is the the underbelly of the sugar daddy mode and mantra. He got enough money to buy me for a night, a week, a month, a year, or at least till he die, and I can inherit the rest. That's when your primary object. That's when you're loyal to clout. You're willing to do anything for it. And we don't want to talk about. Truth of the matter is, we don't want to talk about what we're willing to do for love, lust, and clout. Because honestly, you'll stab a person in the back for lust and clout. Mind you, I was listening to somebody talk. It was Bun B talking about his relationship with his wife, and he said Pimp C was one of the people who told him he need to stick with her because she a good woman. And at some point in the conversation, he was like, he realized that all the people who was telling him to leave his woman and his girlfriend at the time really wanted him to leave her so they could holler at her. They didn't want her because they loved her. They wanted her because they lusted after her. They wanted her because it was Bun B's girlfriend, and they wanted the clout chase. I got Bun old lady. It ain't had nothing to do with her, no matter how good she was to him at the time. Nothing to do with her. See, if somebody's fine enough, you'll stab somebody in the back. Or people have done that. You sleep with somebody's wife, you sleep with somebody's husband, you sleep with somebody's boyfriend, you sleep with somebody's girlfriend. You break your own code. You know what I mean? May break the bro code, may break the female code. Why? Because I want what I want right now. All about me was popping. That's what it is. People don't want to talk about that. If your name is James, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, player. Now, the same thing goes into turn when it comes to clout. If the money's right, I'm willing to stab somebody in the back. If the power's right, I'm willing to stab somebody in the back. If the status is right, I'm willing to stab somebody in the back because that's what I'm loyal to. I'll make up the rest later. You get what I'm saying? I'll make up the rest later. My bad. My bad. You know what I'm saying? When I get everything that I want out of this situation, it is what it is. I'll fix it later. No, you won't. No, you won't. PJ, what's good? Deacon, what's popping? Tiff. Now, here's one of the issues. Karma. See, sometimes karma will sit you down. What's up, Jewel? Karma will put you in a position you don't want to be in. Karma will have you messed up in the game. Hold up for a second. Karma have you messed up in the game. You know that? Because guess what? What's going to wind up happening is, at the end of the day, what you loyal to, okay, well, shoot, he going to need 35. Well, I can keep rolling it. Karma going to have you messed up. Because now you want something else. See, when you want love, karma going to sit you down until you actually can put love first. If you want clout, karma going to sit you down until you actually at a place where you can get clout first, when you change into that person. If you want lust, karma going to sit you down until you can put lust first. What's happening? Deron, what's popping? See, we forget when we're loyal to certain things, you have to make a 180 to be prepared to go that direction. If I was all in for lust, I got to make a 180 to be all in for clout. I got to make another 180 to be all in for love and be loyal to that first. There's little steps you got to take, and you're going to get tested. Because you're going to be around people where your old vice is going to come up. If this person might have more status than the next person. Now your old vice comes up. Now what do? You stick with the person you got because you made a 180 and you're doing something different, or because this person has status, you go right back to what you were loyal to. 9 times out of 10, people go right back to what they were loyal to. And it's not necessarily the person, as I'm saying. It's the thing. Because people want to be, I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good wife. Well, if you never actually practice being loyal to love, how you going to do that? Because if you practice being loyal to lust, there is no trust in a relationship. If you practice being loyal to clout, there is no trust in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? This is why even the marriage vows say, for better or worse, richer or poorer, through sickness and health. That's your commitment to the person. It's not a commitment to their lust. It's not a commitment to their clout. Those are things that you benefit from. Brother Moses, what's good, man? Exactly. Now what winds up happening is you got to know how to make a commitment to a person. And how you do that now. Because now your sense of respect, love, and loyalty are twisted. Thanks, PJ. It's twisted. And then you got to figure out what's wrong with you. And what I mean by that is this. You know something's wrong with you when you take a direction and you say, I want to put lust first. And you're trying to figure out what's wrong with you because maybe you chase clout first. And you can't really connect to lust first because your mentality and your decision making is still on the clout. So you can't enter in lust like you want to because you ain't getting nothing from the lust, because when you were chasing clout, that sex came with a payoff. And when you're chasing lust, that sex just comes with an orgasm. And it's like, this is not, can I change that? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. You have to evolve as a person to change that. That's the same thing what happens when people put love first. Yeah, that's exactly. Some people want it all, but you can't. Here's the funny thing about life, and I've said this numerous times. You can have it all in life, but it ain't going to be all at the same time. A lot of people want to have it all at the exact same time. Ain't gonna happen. Appreciate you, OW. It ain't gonna happen. If you actually want love, lust, and clout all at the same time, you are crazy. You're nuts. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because when you want it all at the same time, you're juggling 3 things at the same time, and nothing's first. You can't serve 2 masters. That's an old biblical reference, right? You can't serve love, lust, and clout all at the same time. So when you want that, and I want it all. Well, wait a minute. The person that when you want it all, there's going to be a lot of miscommunications because they're going to want one thing over another. They might want lust over love. They might want clout over lust. They might want love over clout. And while you so busy wanting it all, they prioritize what they want first. So if they prioritize what they want first, what did you prioritize? Everything? So if you want everything, you can give them nothing. Because if it ain't everything, it don't count. And a person who wants everything can never be satisfied. Never. Because everything ain't never enough. Because you always adding to everything. It's kind of like, I remember the first time I realized numbers were infinite. I was a child watching Sesame Street. I thought numbers stopped. And they had the thing, add one, add one, add one, add one. I was like, wait, I could keep adding one to numbers forever. This is the mentality of people who want everything. Add one, add one, add one all day long, to the point that a person gets tired of being around it, because they're loyal to, they're loyal to getting everything, and nothing's good enough. Now, let's rewind on this one thing. Have people ever noticed? Oh my goodness, what's good? Oh my God, I'm bugging. What's good? Have people ever noticed that a lot of people regret what they were loyal to? You regret. People they were loyal to love, and what happened was, I regret being loyal to love, because I got my heart broken, because I was dealing with people who wasn't loyal to love, and they played me. I regret it, so I'm not doing it no more. That's how you stop being loyal to love. I regret being loyal to lust, because all I got was sweaty sheets and no connection, and the sex wasn't that good. So now you regret being loyal to lust because you didn't get what you were looking for. Or some people, I regret being loyal to Clout, because I didn't accomplish anything. I just wanted to be around accomplished people, and all I got was to be a trophy of somebody who was actually successful, and I was just there on the coattails. I never achieved my actual dreams in life. That's the regret that goes along with it. And this is part of the reason why people turn from being loyal to one thing to the other, because you can't take the good with the bad. And sometimes a person will regret chasing clout so much, now they want to be more than they were, but they may be too old to be what they want, what these people are now, or they're starting from scratch with the process. And a lot of people, we don't want to admit, we don't like starting from scratch. We don't like getting it out the mud. We don't like starting from the bottom and going up. Especially when you loyal to Clout. The reason why you loyal to Clout is because you want an easy way out. You want to hitch your wagon to somebody that's successful, so they can make you successful by proxy, and you don't have to work that hard. But when you and that person separate, you realize, I see what it takes to get it done. So now that you see what it takes to get it done, guess what? You think you could replicate that, but you forgot to put in all the groundwork it took to get there. You didn't do that part. You still living off their coattails. Remember me? I was with such and such. Remember me? I was with such and such. Remember me? I was known for being around this person. Nah, it don't work like that. Don't work like that. Now you get discouraged because guess what? The Clout got you. Torian, what's up, man? The Clout got you because you was loyal to that. Now, that's the downside of Clout. Same thing, there's a downside of lust. When you realize, wait, I've been having a lot of sex. I've been having a lot of fun, but I don't have a connection with nobody, and I don't have nothing to show for it. See, there are a lot of women with just a used up vagina because she just loved lust so much. There are a lot of men with an empty bank account because they love chasing skirts so much. They don't know how to, they never created anything. They never did anything of significance but have sex. And then you wind up having this life and you're like, man, I was loyal to this lust, but it wasn't good to me. Now when I need somebody, there's only a closet full of people that skeletons in my closet that I slept with. And now what happens is this. Now you slept with all these people, ain't nobody gonna be there for you. But now you want your dreams and aspirations, but all you know how to do is screw something. Your whole MO is about how can I get sex out of something. You actually don't know how to generate anything other than sex out of a situation. But that's what happens when you loyal to lust. Now, you know, the downside of being loyal to love, you give up a lot. And 9 times out of 10, you give up a lot to the wrong people. Because people who are loving ignore their discernment. I know this person don't love me back like I love them, but I'm going to give to them. I'm going to pour into them. You don't get it in return. And then you sitting there like, but I'm good to them. That don't mean nothing to them. It don't. And you get mad because you giving this person all your love and you getting nothing back. You thought they would reciprocate. They wasn't made to love you. You thought, love conquers all things. No, it don't. No, it don't. You could love a person that hates your guts. That's the downside of love. You can actually love a person that never liked you, never loved you, never had good intention for you, but you loyal to love or the idea of love. And you're thinking, because I'm loyal to the idea of love, it'll never go, in the end, it'll work out. In the end, it'll work out with somebody actually who actually loves you back, not the person that you love. The love ain't that strong. And then you get burned by that, and now you never want to love again. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to put yourself in a position to get hurt. Why? Because that wasn't right. That's not how love is supposed to be. It's not supposed to hurt. Not. But it can. It can. But as we look back on what we're loyal to, we got to ask the real questions. What do you, and it started because a young lady messaged me about, women want love. I'm like, that's not a practical application. No. Because if you've ever been with somebody, and this is, and what I'm talking about, love, lust, and clout, is like an addiction. Have you ever been around somebody who you knew their weakness, you knew their vice, and you knew no matter how much they tried to change, their vice still had a hold of them. They did not really get past that vice. For anybody who's dealt with somebody who you had a real strong sexual connection with, if that connection is stronger than their current relationship, they'll come back to you. It just the love won't keep them in that relationship. They'll gravitate back to you. They just come right back. Oh, stop it. Now here's the issue though. And that works the same way with love. Like you could love somebody, but you lusted after somebody else. So you chase somebody else's, the clout of somebody. And guess what happened? You realize that lust and that clout didn't love you. And then you yearn for what you left. It's not going to work. You got to be willing to sacrifice something, and anybody, I watch Marvel movies, the Avengers, all that, you got to treat this like the Soul Stone. You're going to have to sacrifice something to get it. You really want love, you're going to have to sacrifice your lust and your clout. If you really want lust, you're going to really have to sacrifice your love or your clout, your love or same thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're going to have to sacrifice something. You can't have it all. Something got to give. Something got to go. You might have 2 out of the 3, but you won't have all 3. I can promise you that. And this is where people get caught up because they want all 3. And it ain't going to happen. Thanks, Devin. You know what? Leave me alone with them peace puffs. But that's the thing. What are you willing to sacrifice? Because people will tell you they're in love with people and they can't have great sex. The sex is terrible. They love them, but the spark ain't there, right? They love them, and they can love them, and they have the good status, but there's no sexual spark there. And people don't want to, in my opinion, mixing clout and love is probably one of the worst, because people don't want to live in reality. If somebody loves you and y'all both chasing clout, let's get this together. They're going to be tired. You're going to be tired. If you're trying to build something, it takes hours, a lot of time out of your day, a lot of energy. It might take years. It's going to be monotonous. It's going to be strenuous. You're going to have to be focused day in and day out. Honey, what's good? I think yeah, you're right. That cat, it's going to be strenuous to the point where you're going to want to have sex and they're going to want to sleep. They're going to want to have sex, you're going to sleep. Because you trying to marry love and clout. Same thing when you try to marry love and lust. It's an issue. Why? Because if you marry love and lust don't pay the bills. The love could keep you together. The lust could keep you connected. But you might have a beef over clout because you ain't got enough. People are yearning for a lifestyle that has more than the one that you have. I could love you so much and we can have great sex, but guess what? I don't like living in this house. I don't like living in this apartment. I don't like driving in that car. I don't like eating this food all the time. It's messing with me. I can't stay in this lifestyle even though I love you and the sex is great. Same thing with clout and lust. If you got clout and lust, oh man, Harambe, appreciate you. Did you call him juvenile? The same thing is with clout and lust. The power is a turn on, the clout is a turn on, so the sex is great. Oh man, we living it. We doing this, we doing that. The sex is great. We got this lifestyle. We eating here. We driving this. We going to this place. People know us. People pay attention to us. We got all kinds of support and followers, and I like being known, and the sex is great. But I'm sitting right next to this person, and I'd rather be on my phone talking to somebody else. I'm laying right next to this person, but they know I'd rather be with somebody else. The connection of love, I get that to somebody else. I don't love you like that. We having a great time. Sex is great. All the attention is great. We live in the American dream. But guess what? I don't like you. I just don't like you. You're a good look on my arm. You're a good look in my bed. It's a good look. We're making power moves together. But personally, I don't like you. And I got to be around somebody I like. And it's just going to, slowly but surely drive a wedge between the two people. I ain't trying to make everybody side-eye people. I'm just saying. You got to ask what people are actually loyal to, though. What you down for? That's the truth. What are you really down for? Because a lot of people don't want to admit, this is a issue that most people have. This is a crux. This is a major issue that a lot of people have with other people. It's that I got to know what you're loyal to, because we got to be loyal to the same thing at the same time. That's the part of the synergy. If we're not on the same page, if I'm loyal to love and you loyal to lust, we ain't on the same page. That cat, appreciate you, fam. But truth be told, a lot of people ain't loyal to themselves. See, a lot of people only know themselves by their own impulses. A lot of people don't even, the vast majority of people are learning themselves because they're getting caught in their own loyalty impulses. And that piles up to the point that they realize who they are. They can't see themselves as everybody else sees them. But the evidence piles up on them so high that they go, oh, that is me. That is how I get down. And a lot of people want to play stupid to that too. A lot of people know exactly who they are, but they want to play something else. This is why I said, sometimes people use love as a guise for lust, love as a guise for clout. Clout as a guise for lust, clout as a guise for love. Lust as a guise for love, lust as a guise for clout. People play this game because a lot of people don't want to be real with themselves and other people. Because it's very easy what if you, to your core, realize you're not a good person? And the only other person you can be completely honest with is another person who's not a good person. You might not want to see eye to eye with your mirror reflection if it's a bad reflection. Few people can do that. Few people could be loyal to their own impulses and their own grandiose ideals of themselves. Because what if another person tells you, but you ain't got it like that? I know you see yourself as up here, but you're not up there. You're not. This winds up happening when people keep, everybody's trying to date out of their league. Why are you trying to date out of your league? Because, if I'm loyal to love, I'm dating outside of my league because I feel like I deserve this amount. But I feel like I deserve this amount, but I'm worth this amount. I'm loyal to lust. I need to be having sex with people up here, but I'm right here. I'm dating for clout, and that's my intention. And I believe I'm up here, but you right here. So you loyal to it, but you ain't loyal to the truth. Truth is, the vast majority of us ain't got it like that. Truth is, a lot of us are socially awkward or inept, or whoever we're dealing with, or whoever you deal with in life, they're going to be good at something. They're going to be better at you at something than you think you are. They might have to teach you some things about betterment, whether it be for yourself or just in general. But we have a problem with that. Big problem with that. I'm gonna get you, Jonathan, kind of later on. I'm gonna get you, fam. Take you and go home. Woo. But that's part of the issue. Big issue. As a matter of fact, because at the end of the day, what winds up happening is your loyalty says a lot about your character. And a lot of us don't want to admit what we're loyal to because we're afraid of our character. And guess what? You got to accept who you are. You got to accept the fact that you might not be the best person that you claim to be. But that says something else. Because what happens if you say, I'm a Christian, and you find out you're not that good of a Christian? Nobody can answer that question. Jonathan, I don't see you nowhere yet. I'm scrolling the names and this and that and the third. It's a lot of Jonathans, but I don't see that avatar pop up yet. But I'm gonna keep scrolling. Now, here's the thing though. What winds up happening is when you find out what your loyalty to, where your loyalty lies, you got to ask the prime question: is it your long-term objective? What's your long-term objective? Because, like I said in the beginning of this thing, they told me, the older guys told me, if I wanted love, I got to get the lust out of my system because it'll sabotage the love. If I'm chasing the clout and the dream, I got to go get it and then get back to the love part. Because if I don't, if I just try to get it all at once, it's going to come at a price that I might not be willing to pay. It just might not work out that way. And that's just the reality of it. That's just really the reality of it. And a lot of us don't want to take inventory of what we're actually loyal to first. You got to put it in a hierarchy, and don't put it in a hierarchy by how you feel. Put it in a hierarchy by by the decisions you made with the people that you talk to. Look at your own past and say, okay, what was I putting first? Love, lust, clout. And then when you look at that, and you could person by person, situation by situation, do some analytics on what you loyal to. And then when you realize what you loyal to, that's you. If you want to make a change, then make a change. If you don't want to make a change, stick with what you got. But if you're looking for something different, you're going to have to do something different. So if you don't like the results of what you've been loyal to, you got to do something different. You got to do something different. And that's just part of the issue. Hold up. And a lot of people do not want to deal with that part of it. But I got you now, Jonathan. I got you now. One of the prime objectives is this. And the only reason I'm making this video on this podcast is because if you want to know why you wind up in the situations you wind up, you got to find out what you've been loyal to. You got to find out what means the most to you in your application of it, not in your words. Forget what you're saying. Forget how you feel. What have you been doing? What comes first to you? Is love first? Is lust second? Is clout third? Is that how it plays out in life? Because most people I talk to, lust is first, clout is second, love is third. And then even when you want love, you still put love on the back burner. So I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. I appreciate everybody for watching, and I hope I said something that you understood and it was coherent and you got something from it. So other than that, we out of here. I got some things to do. So peace. And Kawhi finna take it tonight. That's all I gotta say. Peace, y'all.